studies. By that time, a woman, and in the reverse, a woman to a man. So I am not oblivious of the constitutional powers and authority of the Senate of Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to thank the President of the Federal Republic, as well as the Council of State, for nominating me for this very, very important task of service to Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, distinguished senators, my name is Joash Amupito. I am a professor of law with specialization in law of evidence and corporate governance. I therefore stand before you today honored to be considered for the position of the chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission. I want to start with my early life. I was born on the 25th day of April 1967 in a town that is known and called Ayetorogbede in the Jumu local government area of Kogi State. So, late Chief Joseph Benson Amupiton and late Mrs. Alice Amupiton. My formative years were nurtured in the environment East Primary School in Ayetorogbede between 1971 and 1976. Just to say, Your Excellency, distinguished senators, that my parents were teachers. My mother grew up to be the headmistress, the famous headmistress in our place, and my father metamorphosized to become president of Upper Area Court. So, following my primary education, you also mentioned that as at that time, you were allowed to write common entrance. I wrote my common entrance and was admitted for my secondary education because I passed at St. Barnabas Secondary School in Kogi State. Now, higher education. My pursuit of legal knowledge took me to the Kwara State College of Technology, which is now known as Kwara State Polytechnic. For my HSC, that is School of Basic Studies. At that time, you go for your HSC and you obtain an A-level qualifications. IGMB A-levels and GCE A-levels. That was between 1982 to 1984. Upon my graduation from the secondary school, I proceeded to the University of Jos, where I obtained the LLB Honors degree in 1987 to 1984. Upon my graduation from the secondary school, I proceeded to the University of Jos, where I obtained the LLB Honors degree in 1987, consequent upon which I emerged as the best graduating student at that time. And I am happy to report to Your Excellency, distinguished senators, that I won all the awards available at that time. Before I proceeded to the Nigerian Law School in Lagos in 1987-88, where I was called to the Nigerian Bar on the 3rd day of November 1988. After obtaining my LLB, my BL degree, I went on national assignment, which was consequent upon the laws of the National Assembly. Upon graduation, you proceed on national service for the purpose of integration. I was posted to Bauchi State, where I served in Bauchi State Publishing and Printing Corporation, publishers of the Trumpeter. I served as judicial to police correspondent at that time. Before I could conclude my NYC, Excellencies, distinguished senators, I was offered automatic appointment as a lecturer in the Faculty of Law, University of Jos. Principally because I was the best graduating student, and again had a professor who was actually a great mentor that ensured, even before the NYC, I was recommended to be appointed. And I could remember vividly in his recommendation, he noted, Vice Chancellor, if you don't capture him now, when he's very young, by the time he goes into practice, we're going to lose him. So, consequent upon that, an appointment was waiting for me, even before I concluded my NYC. Over the years, I progressed with my academic career. I also enrolled for the Masters of Law in the same university, and also PhD, completing the programs in 1993 and 2008 respectively.
There you go. That's your new INEC chairman talking and discussing on the Senate floor. Well, for me, I don't have any hope or trust in this new INEC chairman. All this is just formality after formality. They know what they're doing. At the end of the day, this guy is going to do exactly what T-Pain wants him to do, and there's nothing Nigerians can do about it. The only thing people will do is cry. That's all you people will do.
I hereby commission this 452 billion kilometer coastal road that costs 400 billion naira. Thank you.
Professor in practice.
Thank you. Afam Kongo, that's my name.
Excuse me, Your Excellency.
What's the problem?
This entire road isn't even up to 10 centimeters. And I heard what you said. Please, can you give us a breakdown of the cost per kilometer, sir?
Oh, cost per kilometer, you see? It's not calculated like that. You people do not understand it. You understand? So the work has been done. That's it. That's it.
Your Excellency, I don't understand. What do you mean by they can't understand? Just explain to us. Give us a simple breakdown of the cost per kilometer.
I'm just hearing kilometer. Are you a burner boy? I'm saying there is a system to it. There's a CM to it. You know, there's a system, there's a CM. You know what, cover me. Nice suit. We came.
Governor, you spent 400 billion to construct this nonsense project. Tell us, what is the cost per kilometer?
Are you stupid? Huh?
Governor, what is the cost per kilometer?
Very wicked man.
Excellency, answer the question.
Let them molest me. If they burn you well, ask me a question again.
Governor, tell us, what is the cost per kilometer?
Hey, Jesus!
Governor, what is the cost per kilometer?
running them again.
Hey.
You know what the newspaper has to say? I know nothing about the journalists. You hear me? What is the cost per kilometer? Take the mic.
Kilometer. Anyway, let's move forward to the evening rush with Esther on Voice of the People, because they're talking about this new INEC chairman, and I'm very interested in it. I want to hear people's take, especially from Nigeria. I want to hear what they have to say.
Fawumi noted that the verification process was part of the standard protocol and reflected the government's commitment to transparency and due diligence. Recall that the Council of State had last Thursday ratified a list of offenders, both dead and alive, who had served in those 7 prison terms, including those on death row, presented by President Bola Tinubu as beneficiaries of the presidential power or prerogative of mercy. Also, he disclosed that there is no delay in the process. It is simply following the law to the latter to ensure that only those duly qualified benefit from the president's mercy. As soon as all legal and procedural checks are concluded, the public will be duly notified. The rule of law does not rush, it ensures fairness, end quote. This, he insisted, that the federal government is indeed reviewing the president's presidential pardon after the backlash from Nigerians on all fronts. Now, former People's Democratic Party steward and publisher of Ovation magazine, Dele Momodu, has urged opposition parties to unite and deploy what he described as the ethnic and religious cards if they intend to challenge President Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election. Momodu, who spoke on Wednesday via posts on his X, formerly known as Twitter, said the latest wave of defections by PDP governors, including Enugu's Peter Rimba and Bayelsa's Duyadiri, had further strengthened the grip of the ruling All Progressives Congress. According to him, the APC now dominates both executive and legislative arms, pushing Nigeria dangerously close to becoming a one-party state.
Welcome.
Despite the defections, the veteran journalist insisted the opposition still had a narrow chance,
I'm
but
streaming
only through
it
a
now,
strategic
right?
alliance. Momodu dismissed the possibility of any southern candidate defeating Tinubu if they ran independently. He therefore said, "I do not see any southern candidate giving Tinubu any tough challenge. Not former President Jonathan, not former Governor Peter Obi. If they run, looking more like independent candidates, they will fail spectacularly." He therefore called for a coalition similar to the one that bettered the APC in 2015, proposing a northern Muslim presidential candidate with a southern Christian running mate as a most viable ticket. Momodu maintained that the opposition still had a path forward, but must act decisively. He added the game is not over, but it requires candidates who must act decisively.
Maybe do our normal. So what you not think about anyone? I don't already give me a thought about this new INEC chairman. To be honest with you, I not trust these people. Me, I not they expect anything. All the waiting the man they do, everything that this man is doing. Sorry guys, everything when this man they do, that's everything he's going to do is going to be exactly what Tinubu wants him to do. So I'm not even deceiving myself. There's no need. You understand? I'm not even deceive. I can't deceive myself at all about it. The man is sounding all, giving history and all of that. We know where it's all going to end. We know. Money don't already exchange hands for that National Assembly. So there's nothing, you cannot deceive the people with it. Money don't, they don't already sort who they need to sort. I was reading someone's tweet today and the person said that Tinubu doesn't really need state governors. The reason why he's coalescing powers and having them, some of them self, he doesn't even tell them to decamp. They are doing it voluntarily, okay? Because he wants to be able to use the apparatus. He wants to be able to capitalize on the powers of the state governor and empower them federally to rig election for him. So it's up to Nigerians. There's nothing anybody can do but talk, and hopefully people open their minds and see what's going on. Because at the end of the day, this election, me, I know they stress myself put. Now sit down and look for the monkey business until I see something actively happening. I see that yes, there's some serious business. I don't know what it will be that would really ignite my, participation, heavy participation in it. Otherwise, I'll just come here, hopefully talk and open the eyes of our people continuously, because it's a continuous journey. We can't give up now because our people are very, very ignorant on so many levels. I have been observing what's been happening with the whole Renomokri thing with this guy. Apparently, there was a video that this guy did, and has been making the rounds. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, you want to say something? Okay, let me create one and share it. 1 second, Ify. It's quite sad, So me, I know now just to come talk, observe, educate. Make we know where we, because I don't know. Now sit down and look the monkey business. Now sit down and look. Until Nigerians are ready, I don't know what to make them ready. Somebody said they will never wake up. Too. I don't know. There's a video that somebody shared with me. I'm going to put it up now. Pretty soon. Bear with me, guys. Let me create this. Make a face. I dey come. Wanna bear with me. I want to create the link so I can give it to honestly, wetin dey happen for Nigeria? I don't know. You go expect say at least the people go start to dey shake everywhere, especially with this election when they come. See the man when he come out, come cry out, say that they kpai people. He came out he told the people, told the military, they didn't do anything. In fact, they were gagging him and saying, why is he coming out to talk? This is the problem. So now here, now sit down and look the monkey business. We shall continue to if any artist that is smart, they ought to be making this music around what is going on in Nigeria, so that they will forever remain in the minds and in the minds of Nigerians. But no, they are not doing that. Instead, they are busy. Cannot bother myself. No purpose, no future. They no sabi anything, nothing. They sabi. This is the time to be churning out music, to talk about what is going on with your people. Nigerians. I don't know what to say. Let me see if I can play music for you guys while you guys are waiting for me to set this up. I'm sorry for the breaking transmission there. I'm trying to create this. I think there was a music that I had once. I don't know. Okay, let's listen to this.
Launching, and this is for President Tinubu. I have an idea for you, sir. The truth's coming out about the U.S. involvement in the launching and fueling and hiding of the whole humanitarian crisis driven by Boko Haram and other groups. But here's the deal. You have a deal maker in the White House now, and a man who's really trying to do good and right the wrongs of this country. I know the average Nigerian street vendor is a better deal maker than most Americans, but Donald Trump's a good one. And here's what I would propose you do. First, come out and expose everything you know about this to the light. And then make a proposal to Donald Trump. Say, sir, y'all did this. We will forgive you, but you need to come and help us fix it. Call on the U.S. to drive out all the insurgents, bring justice, resettle and protect the IDPs, bring restoration and justice. The United States, working with you, can do this, and we can do it rapidly. And then, two, put in safeguards to ensure that Nigeria's autonomy is always protected and respected. Nigerians, left to their own devices, can do wonderful things and build a great nation. It's a lot of the foreign meddling that causes these problems. Let's put an end to that. You and Donald Trump can do that. And finally, let the United States have first shot at your minerals, but do it in a way that's guaranteed to be clean and above board, corruption free, and the benefits of it go directly to the community. And
hold up 1 second. I'm having some trouble here. I'm having some technical difficulties. Bear with me a moment. I don't know why all of a sudden. This is quite crazy. Let's see. Maybe I can do this. All right. Welcome, Natu, how you dey? Okay, I've shared my link. I don't know. I was trying to create it on my thing, but for some reason it's not. It wasn't working. Natu, how body? How you dey? Good to see you. Welcome. Meanwhile, they've been dragging what's his name? They've been dragging Reno like I better pass my neighbor generator. So quite honest with you guys, I'm enjoying it. I really am, to be honest. I dey enjoy am. Una hear say Madagascar president don run leave im country. I show na the video. Madagascar president don run.
The state of the country, the Gen Zs.
Welcome, Marcus. Greetings, sir. Thank you.
And of course, in Nepal, that famous one. And this wave, this Gen Z wave, has spread to Madagascar, where the president, Andrea Rajoelina, is reported to have fled the country over persistent protest. And I think things change when the army decided to join the supporters, calling for
not to.
Images.
If you see as I gather popcorn, Now my Netflix, so when I now my just say for myself, they laugh. I've been laughing. They give me joy. May they drag them. Oh my God.
Why are we talking about it? We're talking about it because it's very key. We're starting to see a new movement globally. You did mention Kenya. We've also seen Nepal.
Kenya, they be the Baba, now they be the giants of Africa. Where everybody shifts.
The youth predominantly have tagged themselves as Gen Z. They've decided to take.
Yes. Now they be the real giants of Africa, not be the ones what they do for you. See, he pretend like saying I get Lamborghini. Mona see. Cut and join video, cut and join. Make we laugh small.
Alright, so you guys wanted to see how it used to be in the Lamborghini Murcielago? I'll show you my Lamborghini. Now,
Lamborghini Maserati.
I'm going to buy the number plate so that you, obedience, cannot trace my house. Alright, so just watch me.
You obedient. Can you imagine? He do this video because of obedience. How stupid and mediocre can somebody's life be? Because of obedience. Now you go, hey God. See, cut and join. If you welcome, and they play Renault mockery video. Oh, where they pretend they drive Lamborghini. I beg you, like a child. Welcome, my sister. How you doing now?
Omo, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. We can all hear you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I remember the freeze asking Renault mockery about that car. You know, he was like he bought it 2 years ago. I have never taken this guy seriously.
Never. Me too. Never. He's a juvenile.
Yes. I cannot believe an adult like him.
Look at him with 200 naira stashed agbada. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A factor like him, so-called somebody's husband. I don't care how much you are paid, and you are acting like a 2-year-old boy.
Oh my, worse.
I don't get it. Even if you want to troll Obi, Bala, I will take Bala or Bawala, whatever his name, more than what Reno. I just don't get it, honestly.
Reno na mumu.
So this is not honestly new to me. Back to what you're saying, that there was a video you played, and where I think it was Tele Momodu that said, if this, what are they, all this opposition, if they don't unite together, nothing will happen in 2027. If they run independently, it's still going to be the same result. We already know what, and that's one thing I keep saying, that Tinubu is going to win the election. We don't see any waves. We don't see anything that, that tells us that, okay, there will be a competition in 2027. I haven't seen anything. Unless there is something they are cooking and we are not aware of that. Look at Madagascar, look at Kenya, look at Nepal. These are young people taking charge of their country. Nigerians, we are used to that. Trust me. We come on social media and have fun and leave. These people, they will never take us serious.
Well, like you said, right? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Omoyele called for this thing about Nnamdi Kanu. I don't see people taking him serious. I don't see people taking him serious. But these governors, they are busy negotiating with terrorists. Again, I'm not saying that Nnamdi Kanu's utterances, that is acceptable. But he doesn't deserve to be there. The same thing he said is the same thing Sunday Igboho said. So what is the difference? Why is Sunday Igboho moving around? And Nnamdi Kanu is being held. So it just doesn't make no sense. And again, like I always tell people, and I think I've said it here, the only reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still where he is with the EFCC or whatever, TSS, or whatever they are called, is because of the southeastern governors. They are the ones holding him. It's not Tinubu. If they give Tinubu order to let him go, Tinubu will let him go. But we all saw what is going on now, right? Mba has decamped to APC.
Of course.
Who is next? We don't know. So literally, gradually, before you know what is happening, all of them will decamp. Soludo met Tinubu the other time. I wouldn't even be surprised if OT joins them. But again, let a free and fair election. Like Peter Aka said. And just know before 12 o'clock, Tinubu will pack and move back.
First of all, you're not going to get free and fair election. Just remove that one. It's not going to happen.
Just saying, let us have free and fair election.
They're not going to give you now. They're not going to give you a free and fair election.
All these things he's doing, he knows that he's not going to win.
Of course. Why do you think he's collaborating with the governors? Most of them that are decamping, he's doing it by force. Because guess what? Here's the problem. All your politicians, every one of them, right, have skeleton in their cupboards, right? The ones that don't have skeleton in their cupboard, maybe like one or two that don't have skeleton, guess what they do? You go threaten their next election. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like he has his dogs on them that are putting a lot of pressure. My problem is not even really the governors decamping. My problem is with the people. Are you going to allow, because the governor only has one vote. Did you see what they did to one man that tried to rig for Paul Biya in Cameroon? They beat Shege, come off for the man body. Because right now, the Cameroon election now is being dragged by one other guy called Chiroma. An older guy too, but I think Paul Biya is older than him.
Chiroma used to be in the same camp with Paul Biya. So why are they making him look as if he's outside?
He's the same person. Okay.
He's almost 18 years.
Okay.
He's almost. Why are they making it look as if he's a neutral person? He's not. He used to be in the same camp with Paul Biya.
So there we go. So you see how they are doing. They are playing the people. So it is it is the people that will need to say, you know what, we're already gone anyway. So this election has to be go there with the mindset, just like Tracy just says now. People just have to defend, because the governor only has one vote at the end of the day. All the people in government right now, they're not rich. If they're too many, 1,000. If they're too many, do you understand? So I don't know. I mean, people say Nigerians will never wake up. So, and I don't see it happening as well. So I don't know. So I say, okay, let them continue the suffering. The people will remain after the suffer. Okay, you understand? There's only so much one can do. So it is really in the hands of the people. It's not in the hands of the government. I read somewhere about somebody, was it a video I saw? Somebody saying that they spoke to someone who works for IMF and said, why do you keep doling out loans to this Nigerian government when you know that they're not using it for the people? Guess what they said? They said it's not up to them to hold the government accountable. It's up to the people to establish their displeasure. So, hey, what do I know? So it still comes back to us as the people. Even if we are saying that, we don't know what the opposition is doing. Without the people, the opposition is useless. Do you know that? Without the people ready for action, the opposition is useless. The biggest mistake we made was in 2023. Because if we had insisted and Peter Obi has stepped aside and just act like, I know my hand no day, and allow people do their thing. But then again, it's a two-edged sword. Because if that had happened, who knows how it would have went. And I understand that whole perception from where he's coming from. So it feels like our hands are tied. So right now, it is the people, forget. Opposition is not going to do it for you. Opposition can only do so much. Without the opposition, the people have no power. Without the people, the opposition still has no power. That's the thing. I'm just, my own is just to try as much as possible for us to continue to open the eyes of the people, hopefully they get it, they have an understanding so that they can do what, because There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Tinubu na people they use. Without the people, when he go allow themselves to be corrupted, he doesn't have any power. If not only Tinubu, they say, go and snatch, grab, and run away, and nobody does it, he's powerless. But he has people that will do it. Is it Tinubu that is snatching and grabbing away? Is he the one tompreting? He's not. So, however way we look at it, it's the people. Until the people wake up and you say, you know what, enough is enough. This suffering is too much. Let's all go there and go and dine with these people where they are. Then at that time, the scales go fall. All your politicians go take. They are building airports all over the place now. Period airport not there before. Even if now only Guguru and Ekpade, they say they get airport. Why? In case Kasala bust, they go see wrong way to take off. That's all. You understand? So that is it. It is the people we should be focusing our energy on, not these politicians. These politicians don't care. They even do, they are doing worse. They are pushing forward. It didn't not just come out. The tax guy, the guy that's even doing the tax, he was against the same tax that he's pushing right now. Even worse. He's even telling the people that, oh, by the way, Ashawo self go pay. It doesn't make sense. They don't even care what you do, what your source of livelihood is. Pay your tax. Just, even if you dey buy people, you be yahoo. You be, see all the prisoners when they release now. Those prisoners, you think say they no go back to wetin they sabi do best. They're going to collect taxes for them. Nigerians have to wake up and do what is needful. That's all. Simple. It's sad, but this is where we are.
You are right. We are not yet ready. When we are ready, we will all be on the street out there marching.
Exactly.
Okay? And this is why they will never take us serious. They know we are not serious. We only come on social media.
When Uncle Beno came yesterday, right? He said something, and I agree with him. The taxes need to increase. They need to heap more taxes on Nigerians. When the thing almost break their back, maybe they will now. So they need to be piling it on because Nigerians need to learn. Unfortunately, do you understand? So I don't know. There's no other way. It is now up to us to save ourselves because your politicians do not give a damn. They don't.
They don't care.
They don't care. Man, I want to listen to. Go ahead. You want to say something before I play Barrister Darlington?
No, I'm gonna leave because I'm working from home, but I'll be listening.
Okay.
Course,
absolutely.
Are you coming tonight, Omo?
Yeah, I will try to. We'll see how it goes today. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I will come back. Let me.
Okay.
Just in 20 minutes, I'll be back.
Okay. All right. I'll still be here.
Yes, ma'am.
No explanation will justify that arrogance. Simple question. How much?
Why do we have such attitude from political office holders?
I have told you here. No, not all of them. It is common with APC. These are part of the things that make them what they are.
At what point, according to the law, at what point does probing to get something become offensive?
It is not. Section 22 is there that tells you people, you are not even doing enough for seriously. In a Senate crime, this would have been an issue, election issue. All those projects, in fact, are you aware that they have removed that website where government expenditure is posted? Are you aware? They removed it. They have removed it as I talk to you now. That thing is no longer there. Go there now, you won't say anything. That will mean that corruption is now climbing higher and higher. How do you do that? Because somebody is telling me that Rufai should have done it. How can he get information when you have removed the source? How can he get it? Tell me. From the beginning of that project, was there any accountability?
So,
Moses, from the beginning of that project, is it not shrouded in corruption? Tell me. So, how will Rufai get his information? From where? From who? The particular website where this thing should be posted so that everybody can have it, they have removed it. You don't even know how they spend money and what they are spending it on. Meanwhile, Section 22 is saying you should make them to give accountable. So how can we now move forward? If them, like I told you, if them Gomani is as intelligent as he claims, he would have wriggled out of that position.
But sir, is it Dave Umahi's challenge at this point in time, or are we seeing some persons trying to still cover up some issues with that project? Recall that during there was a media party that was organized here in Lagos, and Dave Umahi, a lady asked him a question about the compensation plans for the people who are living within the coastal areas and all that, and the woman was bundled out. It made the news. It was there also in the headline. And now the youth in that state is saying that they are associating themselves from any column for protest, that when he was there as a governor, that he also does not allow media to cover up anything, even accessing the government house. What does this really portend if we continue to walk in this particular trajectory? Because from the look of things, it's not like he's larger than life and no one should ask him question. And people who are, or the person who appointed him there, made him to be a cabinet man, they are all mum at this point.
Because Dave Umahi is telling you here now that he is one of the number 5 star ministers or so. And so that position is a very high office. This same man is pursuing presidential ambition. No explanation will justify that.
When evening rush start, tell me, Tracy, I beg.
Full statement on that in due course, but let me tell you that I am where I have been. I am where I am. I don't believe that Nigeria should be a one-party state. And as a soldier of democracy, I'm used to the ups and downs of democratic practices and democratic life, and political life especially. And I'm still as constant as the Northern Star. Steadfast in the People's Democratic Party and working with my colleagues and friends to ensure that problems in the party are solved, and I hope that the governors and the leadership working committee who created this mess in our party, all of them, and who instead of showing leadership have created this mess and ensured that it has persisted for this long. And they are the ones now bailing out after creating the problem that they could not. So in Ghana, they have established the tradition of a party losing power to the opposition, and all politicians in that party that are defeated stay put, reorganize and rebuild and consolidate our brand. But in Nigeria, everyone is rushing to the ruling party. You don't even know what is pursuing them or what they are pursuing. You don't really know what they are pursuing or what is pursuing them. But whatever it is, belittles our democracy and endangers our multi-party democracy. I believe in a multi-party Nigeria. A plural Nigeria can only thrive on a plural democratic environment. That's what has happened. But on the specifics of Bayelsa, since I left and handed over to all the members who used to be part of my team, and I left, unlike others who are godfathers. I've not been a godfather, just left everything. No request, no demand, no pressure. Only being available for consultation and advice, that's all. As in this case, Governor consulted me several times to his credit.
Let's see. It don't start. Okay, let's go back to our favorite. I beg, we can't miss Yowa.
Okay, well, Lateef Agbemi is saying that they are still in their various correctional centers, that they haven't left, that there is a process to the way the whole thing is done, and so the final procession for which they could be completely cleared has not yet been complete. So they will take their time to review the clemency process, and then they will update Nigerians on the next move or what they have decided. Now, a couple of Nigerians had issues with this. They believe that some of these people have been allowed to go, that let it not be that the administration of the day is being ridiculed, and with a couple of international, attention on the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, let it not seem that his administration is one that embraces chaos, corruption, something that is not orderly and has no form of leaning to the constitution. In other words, whatever it is that is attached to his personality, he needs to discountenance that, and he cannot do anything that reverberates what has been attached to his personality. So we will see how this goes, but let's just listen to, or rather wait and hear from the Attorney General of the Federation concerning that. Another interesting factor, which we will just briefly talk about and not dwell so much, because we've actually talked about this issue all week on almost all the programs. Now, the Southeast governors, this is a faction of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. The Ohanaeze Ndigbo, the one that is supposedly the approved one, is being headed by Mbata. He has not said anything, not a word, not a... He has not written anything, so he has been very quiet ever since he became the Ohanaeze Ndigbo president. He doesn't talk. He doesn't say anything. I haven't heard anything. I'm waiting for his aides or any one of them who writes or whatever with him or speaks to him to come out and tell us something that he has said, something that he has spoken about concerning the Southeast. I haven't heard anything. But the person who always speaks and who has not been officially recognized is Isiguzuru faction. So the Isiguzuru faction, they're known as the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization. They have dissociated themselves, Southeast governors, ministers from the region, from the October 20th, 2025 planned nationwide protest for the unconditional release of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ohanaeze Ndigbo, the faction one, in conjunction with the Southeast governors and Igbo ministers, said it has a great sense of responsibility and a profound commitment to the well-being of the zone and the stability of the country. The group is condemning the planned Showore Atiku orchestrated protest focused on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm actually surprised why they're calling it Showore Atiku. Showore reached out to Atiku saying since Atiku has a name, when he writes about it, it will pull weight.
Now who know man they do man.
Atiku planned protest. So basically today, the factional deputy president general Mazi Okechukwu Iziguzuru and Chief Chinyereze Thompson Ohia, national spokesperson, spoke with correspondents today. They said that the demonstration is being viewed with extreme suspicion and firmly believe it to be a thinly veiled attempt at fomenting unrest, destabilizing the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and exploiting the legitimate concerns of Ndigbo for nefarious political ends.
Really?
And that they are being informed by credible intelligence and meticulous analysis, which has revealed that this proposed action is nothing more than a cynical ploy designed to instigate a repeat of the EndSARS riot, which ultimately aimed at undermining the current administration, and that the scheme, allegedly funded by elements associated with Atiku Abubakar and his cohorts, again I don't know why they're mentioning Atiku, seeks to exploit the genuine desire for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release and draw unsuspecting Igbo citizens into a dangerous and destructive venture. So they're saying that what is this sudden and unsolicited display of uneasy affection for Igbo causes by individuals previously indifferent or even hostile to their community, which actually raises significant red flags. It says that the Igbo people are too astute and discerning to be ensnared by the Atiku Showore booby trap. Okay, Interesting, isn't it? Now, Peter Obi has been the talk. So the APC Lagos State Sheye Oladejo, that is Mogaji Sheye Oladejo, called out Peter Obi today, said Peter Obi is a serial defector and that he has no right to actually call anybody such a name. That he is a person who has not maintained any political party for so long. He said from ABGA, he moved to PDP, from PDP, he moved to Labour Party, and that now he's actually shopping in the marketplace for a political platform that will enable whatever agenda he has in mind. So that Peter Obi is not in the best position in whatsoever manner to disclose or dictate to anyone why they are defecting, or on what credible manner or moral manner in terms of defector when he is a serial defector. Now, that was not enough. Yes, and Wike also took a swipe at Peter Obi, saying that he will actually remain ever a social media president. Let's take a listen to Wike. Again, I don't know. Since yesterday, former Ekiti Governor Fayose said that the only opposition that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has is Peter Obi. I'm surprised to be hearing all of these backlashes, but hey, it's politics. So let's take a listen to Nyesom Wike here.
Seated here today, he caught my attention. He said, Minister, I was driving one of these roads. I don't think you are aware. It's terribly bad. I said, which road is that? He said, Ken, or the Udes, or Ken, I don't know what they call them. That's okay. Thank you. I called the Executive Secretary of FCD. Where is this Ken Udes or Ken Uden? I don't know what they call them. Go and check. I'll see the situation of the road or the roads there. And he came back to me. He said, sir, the road is bad. I said, okay, look for any contractor that has the capacity to move in and see that we solve that problem. In the next 1 week, my friend called me. He said, thank you. This is what I call a responsive government. Thank you that I called you and you immediately responded. He does not have an office there. He does not live there. But because he has to use this road, and he had to call my attention. He's here, Damian Dodo, senior advocate of Nigeria. That is what good citizens, responsible citizens should do. Not by going to social media and begin to castigate government just for political purposes. Then I want to say, on behalf of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, we want to thank you. On behalf of Mr. President, we want to thank you for calling our attention. Ordinarily, I would have changed the name of this street to your name, but I don't know who can use it before they will bring electricity down. But let me assure you, FCT will also honor you for being a good citizen. I'm very happy for that. Thank you very much. It is not some people because of politics. For example, I hear one of the social media presidential candidates went to one of the local authority area schools. I was saying the government has abandoned public schools. In particular, his name is Mr. Peter Obi. It is not everything you must play politics. But let me say this. Peter Obi, you were governor for 8 years in Anambra State. If you have finished all the jobs in 8 years, nobody will be talking about developing Anambra by now. 8 years. Instead of developing Anambra, you took the money and put in the bank you have interest, Fidelity Bank. And why did you have problems with your successor? Anambra State had problems. The money was there to develop Anambra State. You only prefer profit and put the money for the development of Anambra State in the bank you have the largest share. So a profit will be coming and Anambra will be suffering. Mr. Peter B, we just came into office 2 years ago. We have not even stayed 4 years, but you stayed 8 good years. Compare 2 years in office of what we have done in FCT and compare 8 years in office in Anambra. Can you really say you love this country? Can you really say you love Anambra? Certainly not. If I were you, why not be quiet? Enough is enough. You cannot be president of Nigeria only when you go to one IDP. Oh, I want to go for a birthday party. I want to do my birthday party in IDP camp. Who's the president of this? Doing your birthday party in IDP camp does not make you to feel that you love Nigeria or you want to do anything for Nigeria. When you were governor, why didn't you do your birthday party in IDP camps? It's now you want to be president every day. I'm going to do my birthday with the next privilege. Who will you deceive? Enough is enough. So, we will show you next week what we have been able to do in our public schools. 2 years. And you are talking about 8 years. Everything must not be propaganda. If you feel so much, as I'm even the minister of FCT, I cannot claim I know everywhere in Abuja. It's not possible. So if you're a responsible citizen, if you're a good citizen, it's not just to go to social media, but not a president of Nigeria. The party, ordinary party. You cannot have 20 million people that you want to manage. You know, from the first step, you know a good dancer. Party of family people, crisis, you can't hold them. They want to manage complex nation like Nigeria. It's not available for people like you.
All right, interesting. It's the certainty, the authority, the audacity that these people say that no several offices. It's quite interesting, to be honest with you. Literally, I do not have any leaning. I don't trust politicians. If you decide to go into politics in Nigeria, I don't trust you because I only understand how the political space is in Nigeria. But the question is, it's surprising for an FCT minister who actually is supposed to be very busy to monitor all when it was time for his birthday, how he went to IDP camps to share food, you monitored all the statements he makes, you monitor his movement, and you say you're not bothered, and you're very categorical and certain that this person will never have to be a president. It's interesting. And every time, they pick on him, or others pick on the president. The president, too, is the most talked about president in Nigeria every day. They'll say that's politics, and we're actually getting very close. So, interest at all with the certainty the APC keeps saying that there is no vacancy in Aso Rock in 2027. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the one that's going to remain there. Any other person aspiring is only dreaming. And with the gale of defections to the All Progressives Congress, there are talks that the plan is to actually induce votes and ensure that the resident electoral commissioners do their bidding. Anyone who is not comfortable with the eventual outcome will be asked to go to court, isn't it? Nigerian policemen and a community guard in Zamfara State. They were popularly known as Karawa. Yesterday it was Wulolo, and today, okay, a security official confirmed the development. It's not funny. But sometimes if you don't want to be depressed, you just have to smile through it. A security official was the one who confirmed the development. The forces were ambushed by the daredevil terrorists on the Funtua-Gusau road in the state. The governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, also confirmed the incident in a statement issued in Hausa, which translates to English as follows: "Indeed, we belong to Allah, and to Him we shall return. We receive the news with great sadness that terrorists ambushed and attacked a police convoy and a community protection guard personnel on the Funtua-Gusau road, killing 8 officers. May Allah have mercy on them and grant their families and loved ones patience in this loss." Now, that's not only the heart-rending information too. Today, in that same Zamfara state, the terrorists abducted worshippers during a morning prayers at a mosque in Zamfara state. And I'm wondering, what was the whole peace meeting all about? What was the whole collaboration with the security, with the terrorists, with their arms and ammunition all about, if they are still constituting nuisance in the various communities that they apply? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot. The new INEC chair, Joash Amukito, has been confirmed by the National Assembly today, and he has spoken that he will audit the 2023 elections. He's also saying that they need drones, actual drones, to monitor elections. He also disclosed that it was the Supreme Court who said that our portal should not be a factor to determine the credibility of elections. But however, he intends to look into it. Isn't it interesting? Oh yes, there is more actually. But let me introduce my analyst this evening, and that is Barrister Darlington Agumo. Barrister Darlington, how are you?
Esther.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. So you don't chop it, but your belly don't fool you. You don't tie, so you relax.
You think say na eba?
No be eba. Okay, wait, fufu, semo.
Eh?
Na semo.
If I tell you what I ate, will you wait for it?
Oh, okay. What did you eat? Yeah, so will I wait for it? President, welcome. How are you?
Yeah, Esther, baby, how are you doing?
I do. First idea.
You news. With your bad news.
So it's bad news?
Is there any good news?
Hey, they're reviewing the presidential pardon. That's a good news. The new INEC chair, there is hope that he would revamp and resuscitate the institution as INEC. Is that not good news?
It's not good news.
And he's going to audit the 2023 elections as well. And asking for more technology to be provided for INEC as an institution. He complained about logistics, which needs to be better, meaning that the NURTW that we always use is not a preferable option. So, I mean, that's a good news, isn't it?
Have they done it?
That's what he's proposing that he would do.
What do you expect him? He's been confirmed. What do you expect him to say? He will say the good news now. Look, Yakubu Mahmoud said even more glorious statement and all that, didn't he? When he was being confirmed, didn't he say things that won the heart of Nigerians? And you and I was clapping, and those people. He's good at next chairman. Yeah. What do you expect? That he's going to review all the 2023 election, Abi? If he tried that, they remove him the following day.
But he said it at the National Assembly today.
He said it. Can he do to open the book of Lagos State? Since 1999, he's going to audit and say, so you don't say what you cannot do. Up to today, has he done that? So leave those things, Esther.
So you think it's just talk for him to be confirmed?
Of course.
It's not something that he intends.
I'll do waiting. What will he audit? After auditing, what will happen? No, he come up with the true picture, Abi. You mean this particular INEC chairman will announce the true result of 2020?
I mean, a lot of credibility and good words have been put in for the INEC chair. I'm hoping that he's astute, he's a professor, he will do well. So what if he decides to review it? Because they all know that that's the senators asked that we had issues and of questionable competency of the 2023 elections, and that had to do with the IRF portal. How do you intend to ensure it doesn't repeat itself? That's one. And then the second thing they asked was about security during elections. How are people meant to be secure during elections, especially with the transportation of sensitive materials? So these are prominent questions, and you don't trust it.
How can I trust it when he's what's it called? His bad days in his profile is even in contention. He started. I pointed at the other day and said, add it up. Add up the days, the days and the years and all that he used to finish his whatever. Did he add up? He didn't add up. And that's a fact. So lie have already started from the beginning. It has started already from the beginning. No, tell me. I mean, didn't you see it? Was that the one that brought it out? And nobody talked about it, so we have moved on. Oh. This man have told us that there is no sincerity in him. Yes, we have moved on. This time of that. Okay.
President, I'm sure you heard about the Isuguzuru faction actually telling the Southeasterners and the Igbos not to trust. We had an interview with him here, and he confirmed that he reached out to other politicians to lend their voice to this cause, and also reached out to Nigerians as well to be part of this. The factional Igbo Social Cultural Organization, headed by Isuguzuru, they said that the Southeast cannot be part of it, and that all of a sudden, what is this love and care by some certain persons who never used to show any form of attention as the Southeast traditional leaders from actually giving approval for this protest, and they're also encouraging other Igbo residents not to be part of this planned protest. He also thinks, he says it's a trap, and says that they don't want a situation where it will turn to the NSAS protest that happened in 2020, and the fact that they don't trust the process entirely or the intention of Shore. So does this validate the claim that indeed the politicians or the Igbos are the problem of themselves? So what's your take on this?
Esther, what did you call that man? He's a factional leader. It is you, the press, that are giving this type of human beings prominence.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, because
the original one. Wait, Barrister, don't let me start with you.
Okay.
The original one, that is the original one. Where is he?
If he didn't talk,
he has never ever said anything ever since he was announced as the winner of the Ohaneze presidential whatever.
Look, I would prefer that quietness than listening to a rabble-rouser.
So you think he's rabble-rousing?
If not, how come he's speaking for Haneze when he's a factional leader?
Exactly.
How come he's making statements? Who is funding him? Esther, who is funding Isiguzo? Have you asked yourself that question? They brought him to divide that Igbo group. Nothing else. You don't know what they have always done. They brought him to divide Haneze. And they have succeeded. That's the truth. They have success. So, if the authentic president of Haneze have not spoken, let us wait. Let us wait. There is nothing, nothing has gone wrong here. That he did not speak does not mean that he's against Igbos or whatever.
So what are you saying, President?
What I'm saying is that anybody who chooses to listen to Isiguzo is doing so at his own peril. It doesn't represent us.
Okay.
Because we have known that somewhere. And that's what they have always done, Esther. That's what they have always done. You see this type of politics, it will kill Nigeria. It will destroy Nigeria, seriously.
Okay, Barrister, now, you know Nigerians were on outrage and they were not happy with some persons that were given presidential pardon. Is it good to know that the president is a listening president? He has actually said they will review the presidential pardon. But what a couple of Nigerians, because I was on a space today when people were talking about this presidential pardon. The information just came out around that kind 5-6 p.m. And what I heard was, okay, how do we know that these persons have not left their various confinement or correctional centers? The president gave the presidential pardon, I think that was last week. Nigerians have been berating the government of the day and chastising them. And I'm very sure even the supporters of the president, were also not happy with some of the categories that were giving clemency. But if you were giving clemency, it's more than 5 days. Do you want to tell me that those persons are still in custody? Because what they are saying is that they have not left. They are still in their various correctional centers, and there are phases to this thing. So before they do the complete clearance, they're reviewing it. So that Nigerians should be calm, and that when they're done with the review, then they'll certainly get back to Nigerians. A couple of Nigerians don't believe it. But however, they applaud the president that he listened to the outcry of Nigerians concerning his decision, and that they're thankful that he's doing what is needed to be done.
I disagree.
Okay, please go ahead.
It shows that Tinubu is not in charge of his agenda, and they are doing it big time because he had left the governance for them to run. If he had gone through those, I told you that day that, look, I don't think he went through those lists. Did I not say it here last Monday? I said it. Because when you see a president that is, very, very vibrant, and you know that he's a go-getter, he like reading and all that.
You're saying President Tinubu is not vibrant, he's not a go-getter.
And the one insinuating it, I am telling you that when you see a president that is very vibrant,
okay,
and you know that this is a voracious reader,
okay,
you know, that he has been writing books and all that, like most presidents all over the world, you know that this one you can't deceive him with any written documents.
So in other
he will
words,
go through.
In other words,
Buhari didn't do it. Is it this person that will do it? But I say he depended on the people like Bayo Nonoga, Attorney General, and all the aides.
And that's why I say you just implied now that he's not voracious, he's not a good reader, hasn't written books,
then
otherwise he'd have been competent to go through.
If he did, how come they are making a reverse of what they did? If he did. Wouldn't he have pointed out those names?
So you believe that the president did not see the list?
Not he believe. I said the mere fact that they are going back to what they did will tell you that, look, it was not thought through. The president did not read those lists. If he read it, why all this reversal now? Tell me.
Oh, he's reversing it.
That's the truth. I can't imagine him sitting down and be going through a list from 1 to 175 names. He depended on the Attorney General who should do the vetting and the verification and all that. And now, for whatever reason, drug pusher took advantage and then flooded the list. How come?
Are you saying that the president has such persons surrounding him?
I know. I'm thinking aloud though, because it's very strange. Very, very strange.
Barrister, don't take the intelligence of our highly esteemed president for granted. Don't take the intelligence of our highly esteemed president for granted.
It's true, I've forgotten. He had a class in CSU. Sorry. I've just remembered now. He had a class in Chicago State University. Sorry. Can't you make mistake? Am I not allowed to make mistake? What's wrong with you? You can say I'm already prepared for it.
Because you have eaten food.
Since you know, why not stay clear from me?
Barrister Darlington. Okay, no wahala. So here is the thing, Barrister Darlington, okay? The president has always emphasized that he's in charge of his sixth sense, his faculty. He's in charge of his cabinet. There are no cabals and there are no persons telling him what to do. So, in other words, is it not disputable when you say that certain persons compiled the list and that he didn't go through them, or he did not confer or acknowledge the names himself before it was approved?
You see, when you know an administration that is very meticulous and careful, it is in the quality of their policy, the quality of their decision. This will tell you that, yes, these people, in fact, they are very sensitive to public opinion. But mention one thing they have done that the populace did not raise eyebrow. There was no uproar. All the decisions they have taken since they came into office, it has always been reversal. At times, they will now be doing it secretly so that the people will not know. Typical example, the fuel subsidy removal. Have I not told you here that they are still paying subsidy? Have anybody challenged me and say it's not true? No, tell me. This subsidy that they are using to blackmail everybody, they are paying subsidy. They are there. That they are paying subsidy. This was the subsidy they told us that with it, in fact, this place will be paradise. And I'm asking myself, why are Nigerians not even asking him that question? Why is the opposition not using it as a political campaign issue? Why? When they throw one or two few naira to one governor or the other, they say the governor. So, if you are not blaming the governor, you that is collecting the lion's share, let's start through of us.
Sure.
Good. But when you people come here and say the governor, it's not you people know what I was saying, Abi. That money is for them to join APC. Or you think all of them are joining APC for nothing, Abi? Go and check. I said, at the end of the day, the truth will come out. You see this John Paul that everybody is celebrating. You will see. Because How do you ask people with questionable character, people that have cases with EFC, to join your party? And immediately they enter, their case will just die a natural death.
But that was not Tinubu's fault now. That was Mr. Adam Soshomole. He was one who made that statement, wasn't President Tinubu?
Esther,
I'm just saying now, Barrister.
Please, is Oshomole the one in charge of the administration? Is he the one that you elected as your president?
No, but
so,
he's the one that made that categorical
if he made it in would you... Can you?
But just clarifying.
No, you are not.
I'm not.
No, you are not. Seriously, you are not. Yes, in fact, he should have been reprimanded for that statement. But now, you are validating it. That means that is the mantra of the administration. That is what the administration believes in. You know? Yes. They say, if you tell me your friends, I will tell you whom you are. That's the truth. I once asked you here, tell me one star minister. What happened at the end of the day? Star minister that you can say, yes, I can close my eyes and mention those that work with Jonathan. In fact, they didn't even finish their term of office before the international community and the Western world started poaching them. Is that not got appointment in Togo here? Togo. That Togo government said, please come and help us with one thing or the other. Mention one of them. The one that left to Buhari's government too. Or even this one now. That is how to know. You see, unfortunately, Nigerians have been brainwashed and hoodwinked into believing that this is the way to go. I want to enter into our psyche. Everything Nigerians will be doing and saying now, it will be towards that side. That
you can never hold brief for
hold on, I'm coming.
Don't hold brief for any politician.
Can you guys hear? Are you guys experiencing any
everybody knows this antecedent. He's not a violent type.
Connection.
When did you see any dog following Peter Obi? No, when did you see any dog following him wherever he goes and muzzle people down and say, look, if you don't vote for people, we are going to kill you, this and that? He doesn't have time for it. And that's why they have been talking rubbish against
him. Thank you, welcome.
Whenever you want to catch news, all of them. Good.
Welcome,
is it not because of his
to
nature?
see
You can see now.
But the president also goes through the same thing.
No. If you hold on, the moment you mention his name, his honchos will come after you, either in social media or physically.
It's expected that
it's from my end.
The same thing to Peter Obi supporters. They will defend him too with their missiles.
No, what I'm saying, hold on, Esther. If Peter Obi is what they are attributing him to, you would have seen it in his character. It's just that whatever he does, they will pick holes on it. His gentle character is not even, nobody's even celebrating it. They want our youth to copy this thing they are doing. And you can see it happening. That's how they win election. Brigandage, violence, thuggery. I say, remove this thing and let me see whether they will win election.
All right, you heard what Yinsa Wike said concerning the road, because Peter Obi went to Abuja along with Dr. Moses Paul, who is vying to be AMAC chairman in Abuja. And I think they went to visit one of the primary schools, and it was in such a deteriorated state. And Peter Obi made the statements. It happened to be that there were journalists there. It was in that same breath that Peter Obi talked about reiterating that he's running for president and that he has the capacity and he intends to do just 4 years, that he knows what to do in that 4 years for Nigeria. And Wike is saying that Peter Obi should have called him via the telephone and talked to him and said,
so that he would not say that
Peter
Obi was
you don't leave this state, but everything must not be social media or propaganda. That in 2 years he has done a lot and he cannot claim to know every angle, every axis in Abuja. Not to talk of him, Peter Obi, who actually siphoned funds or put funds in his bank to generate interest and not do the needful. Then the Lagos State APC chair, spokesperson Sheyo Ladejo, also berated him by saying that he has no right or no moral standing to call out anyone who is defecting to the APC because he's a serial defector and that currently he's in the marketplace shopping for a political party to achieve his dead ambition. What's your reaction to this?
Esther, did you remember what happened in the last general election in 2023 concerning Abuja, which Tinubu lost? Abuja is like the electoral college in America where we copied the democracy. It was the electoral college that denied the Hillary Clinton victory. Because in the popular vote in America, Hillary Clinton was top over Donald Trump. Is that not true?
True.
Good. But because of electoral college, they are not even many, but they decide who will be American president, no matter what you vote. It is the same thing attributed to Abuja. That was the intendment of those who created Abuja and put that in there. That, look, if you win everywhere and you did not win Abuja, you have lost. But look at our own, because of whatever the judiciary wanted to achieve, all of a sudden, it started with ease and it became a subject of discussion. Meanwhile, those that drafted that clause, they are not stupid. It's very clear. It has been there all this while. You know? Now, because of that, they are talking another thing. That how can you say that somebody has won everywhere? That because of Abuja, you have lost the election. But it was there for a purpose. Because that's where you are going to stay. That is, if you do not win your domain, your territory, where you are going to stay as the president, then what are you talking about? America have been using it for how many years now, and they have been working for them. But in Nigeria, all of a sudden they change it. Tomorrow now, you see this thing they said, they will now reverse it again. So it depends on who is contesting and who has won and who has lost. That's how our laws now. APC is not operating with the constitution. They are not. The facts are there. Up to tomorrow, I still don't know why NBA and other judicial bodies in Nigeria have kept quiet over the defection of 27 lawmakers in Rivers State. That thing would have been, in fact, it would have been a milestone in this defection in determining whether it is proper or not. All the provisions of Section 109, they threw it overboard. And now these people have gotten a blank check to be defecting anyhow. Is that how to run a country? You don't look at the constitution again. Whenever it has to be in favor of APC, they will twist our constitution to favor them. Till tomorrow, that matter has not been looked into. And I know if the court have done the needful, it would have helped us to stop this rascality in the name of defection. Because most of them are just moving without any reason. Without any reason.
Kenneth Okonkwo has said that the receipt is meant to be vacant since he has defected. The problem is if you do defect, you are actually not supposed to occupy that position anymore. Your seat is meant to be vacant. Barrister Darlington, some persons will say that this is basically a replica of when former President Olusegun Obasanjo, when the PDP was in charge of the political space. They had quite a number of other political parties defecting to the People's Democratic Party. So that there is nothing new about this.
Esther, are we supposed to be moving backwards or forward? Didn't APC say they are bringing change? Esther, if APC now came and correct whatever they said PDP did wrong, what is wrong with that? How can we continue to celebrate mediocrity? At what point are we now going to get it right? If we are now trying to refer to Obasanjo and all that, you that came, you say you are bringing change. Was that not their mantra? So where is the change? Things have even gotten worse. And you are trying to drag me back to Obasanjo. Let them take us back to Obasanjo era now. Instead of, let them take us back to that place.
Barrister, any country where insecurity prevails or is the order of the day will definitely have a stunted economy. People will not be able to migrate. There'll be no proper channeling of goods and services because most of the roads or access routes where trading activity is very vibrant will definitely be under tension because those persons, elements of darkness will always ply those routes and destabilize. And Nigeria is actually going through that phase. Insecurity has become so rampant that the expectation is the president will do something about it immediately he emerged as a president in 2023 because that was one of the, triage of the first and second term of the late Muhammadu Buhari. Unfortunately, things seem to have gotten worse and escalated to a point that at this moment you could consider an entire village or more than an entire village, all of the youth are into banditry and terrorism. Barrister, 3 days ago we saw elements in their numbers on motorcycles, visiting certain communities because they wanted to have a peace truce. But I don't think that is working, because in Zamfara state alone, they have killed 8 Nigerian policemen, including a community guard. In the same state, they abducted worshippers during morning prayers at the Zamfara mosque. It is not abating. Okay, so now you do know very recently that the conversation about genocide in Nigeria is ongoing about a particular ethnic group. And Reno Omokri was one of such persons who was very vocal about saying that the United States of America, they're the ones that actually cause insecurity in most African countries, and that he's going to correct the narrative. A few days ago, he was on Arise Television with 2 men, and he made it seem as if those men were mayors of Blanco. There's a Mike Arnold and another one who says he's a filmmaker. The idea was for them to come for a fact-finding mission to have clarity that it is indeed not a Christian genocide, it's an atrocity committed on all angles. Now, this person is Reno Omokri's friend. And there's a reason why I'm bringing this, because I and Chama had this conversation during the world news at 12. Do you know that this man came out and wrote, the truth about Reno Omokri is sad. I have seen it up close. Last year on his birthday safari in Kenya, he stayed at my home in Texas. Most recently, he hosted me in Abuja. Reno doesn't lie like most liars. He lies calm, cool, constant. Up close, he's reptilian, chilling, soulless, yet so charming. He once posted a video flaunting luxury cars, claiming they were his. 2 belong to a friend of mine. Reno visited, rode in them, filmed them, and claimed ownership. A total fabrication. I stayed quiet then, but started watching closely. On my recent fact-finding trip about Nigeria's persecution crisis, he promised meetings with Tinubu, NSA Ribadu, and the Sultan of Sokoto. None happened. Looking back, those promises were props for his narrative for clout and manipulation. At his birthday last year, big names showed up expecting Goodluck Jonathan. That was a lie. They left fast, dodging his shameless PR stunt. They thanked me for showing them the quickest escape route in a map. In Abuja, after 30 hours of travel, Reno pulled me into a photo op with a compromised CAN chairman. Get that phrase, compromised CAN chairman. I barely got 60 seconds to change my shirt. He whispered, "Don't mention you just arrived." In the meeting, he implied we had been there longer. He took credit for trips I have funded, planned, and endured over 6 years, presenting it as part of the fact-finding mission that he had organized. He repeated this with the next group. On live television, he called me the current mayor of Blanco, Texas. False. He knows it. He also said I'm a Republican mayor. We don't even have partisan municipal elections. I haven't been active in any party for 30 years. He claimed I'm a personal friend of Ted Cruz. Also false. I shook Cruz's hand in a receiving line a decade ago. That's it. That's about 10 years ago. He introduced my travel companion as a prominent Republican filmmaker. Not true. My friend does hobby projects. Nothing major in decades. I don't know what party he favors. So how do you know that Reno Omokri is lying? His lips are moving. This isn't bitterness, it is accountability. When someone denies genocide, twists truth, and poses as a Christian voice, character matters. The one who practices deceit shall not dwell in my house. He who speaks lies shall not continue before my eyes. Psalm 10:17. Reno, I don't hate you. I can't cover for you. I have seen too much. Lying to inflate yourself is one thing. Lying to cover up the Christian genocide raging in Nigeria is a bridge too far. People must know Reno is a pathological, habitual, calculating, self-serving liar from someone who knows him personally, so they won't trust his sleazy attempts to bury the blood of tens of thousands of Nigerian martyrs with the manure spewing from his mouth. It's hard to fathom. I have never seen anything so stone-cold evil. If he doesn't repent, Omokri will go down as Nigeria's Joseph Goebbels, cast into the lake of eternal fire. He's gaslighting a nation while Christians and innocent Nigerians suffer. Reno has the blood of innocence on his lying tongue. He doesn't care. What's an ocean of martyrs' blood to him, so long as he secures a phantom appointment Tinubu dangles before him? I'm convinced he sees the victims as lesser humans, a pure sociopath. So, he went on and on and on, but he eventually said that Renault is touting himself to be a vice or a deputy to Nuhu Ribadu. It is estimated, according to him, that the plan is that the president will choose a presidential candidate from the northern extraction for 2031, whom he will rally with influence for people to support, and Renault is touting himself to be the vice. I have checked Renault's page in response to what this man said, who is his friend whom he bought. We haven't seen anything like that. We're waiting for his response to counter what this man had said. The man even put up some chats exchange between both of them. Renault mockery has been trending on social media for the past few days since this man divulged everything about Renault. A Nigerian said we shouldn't pay attention because Renault is known to be for that. The reason why I ask this is, why is it that some Nigerians know the truth, but in their disillusionment, they decide to remain disillusioned and continue on the path of lies while a lot of Nigerians are dying? The attention that is meant to be given to critical issues like insecurity is not paid attention to. It seems to be like a political bait raging for the political class, regardless of who is hurt. What's your take on this, very briefly?
Esther, Renault is a job man. Oh, no. I remember those days. One of the things that the EFCC used to nab, what's that his name? This guy, okay, he has office at Ogulano Drive.
Okay.
He put a very bold picture of himself and Babangida.
Okay.
Maybe they met in a function. So when these white men come to his office, they will see him with Babangida sitting as a guy and say, yeah, he must be a big man, you know. So whatever he says, they believe him. Are you getting what I'm saying? I will remember his name.
Yeah.
So whenever he want to turn his limousine in that boys' corner, that is joining Akerele Street with Ogulano, every car must stop. When this guy was the king of Surulere.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they use such things for photo shoots to get their unsuspecting victim. That's what they do. So Renault, you can imagine the kind of people that is working for this administration. You can imagine. You can imagine, Esther. So I thank God I've always told you, no matter how long evil run, one day truth will catch up with it. Evil doesn't last forever, Esther. I've been saying this thing, and I have not been disputed by anybody. Look at what is coming out from APC now, what they did and all that. From Akpabio and the sister.
Friend. He was the one that brought this man. A couple of
course, that is the US.
I've watched that interview.
That is the US for you. Esther, listen. Thank God this thing came up. That is US for you. They don't have time for all this thing you are doing here. I'm not joking. They don't have time. They say it as, in fact, they shoot from the hip. They don't have time. That is US.
A couple of people chastised this man. They chastised him. They called him. They said that they're the ones causing. If you
hold on, Esther.
The responses.
I am coming now. Listen. If the US are your problem, Esther, listen very well.
Okay.
If the US are your problem, how come? How come they're the one helping you to fight the problem you created for yourself? Was it the US government that imported these terrorists into Nigeria? Tell me. Was it the US? They are claiming that it was when Obama destabilized Libya. Listen, from Libya to Nigeria, you will pass one or two countries before they will enter Nigeria, true or false? Niger is there, standing between us and and Libya. So, how did they jump from Niger and enter Nigeria direct? Is it possible? Hold on. Is it possible? You can see.
Barrister, hold our thought. We'll be taking a very short break. When we return, we'll continue with the conversation. Do kind of stay with us. My name is Esther Machuku. You're listening to Barrister Darrington Agumwa, and this is the Evening Rush.
You know what, guys? What I have discovered also, you see this whole thing with this letter that Esther just read with Mike Arnold and the rest of them. The situation is a double-edged sword, okay? Now, personally, I don't like people who quote scripture at every given moment. So that already na red flag for me, for that Mike Arnold. Am I happy that he's dragging Reno Mokri? Wallahi, I am. I have my popcorn. In fact, I dey intentionally go look for the fight. Laugh. I laughed yesterday, my belly full. I laugh, especially when he say Reno Mokri. Nah, wetin be the word when he use again? Oh, I don't forget. He used like 3 words like that. When he says, oh, that thing sweet me. You understand? However, we have to be careful. There's another video where I saw that video on the internet, and thank you very much, Michael, for sharing that with me also, where the man was saying that Tinubu, first of all, if you go to Mike's timeline, he praised Tinubu economic reforms. Right? And then for the video, they talk, say make Tinubu negotiate with Trump, make he allow America be the first, make they get the right of first refusal to our minerals. If that does not say red flag all over. In fact, I don't need to see that video to already know. I don't already they look the man side eye, not be today. You understand? And another thing when I suspect say they happen, they say maybe get deal between him and Reno when Reno not fulfill his own part of the deal. Maybe na money reach Reno hand when he's supposed to give him as in court, or maybe Reno promised that he was going to meet directly with Tinubu and the big people so that they could negotiate. So money go reach in hand, and he not can work out like that. So the guy decided to rat out Reno. So there could be many things happening. More details go come out as time goes on. So I see that people are dragging David Udeyin. I understand where David Udeyin is going. We cannot all lie down, sleep, and put our head in the same place. It cannot happen like that. We have to be able to see beyond all this nonsense that they are doing.
Break, we have to pay our bills so that they will pay our salary on time. Barrister Darlington Agumwa is with me right here in the studio. Barrister, we're discussing the insecurity in the country and how some certain elements are trying to downplay the seriousness of the situation. And we're referring to Reno Mokri. I am surprised that he has not responded to what this man said. I am waiting for him to possibly create a sense of diversion or a distraction.
If he tries, they will deport him from USO. If he make noise. I'm not joking, because how can you blame somebody for the problem you created? Do you know that the US saved the Tinubu's presidency? Are you aware? They saved it because they refused to release the necessary document before the tribunal and all. Is that not true?
But the man made a statement. He said, President Tinubu, you need to handle this insecurity. That the US has now decided to pay attention to your government.
But exactly.
That he has to be very careful. That let him not let his name be rubbished in the mud. That was the warning the man gave. And the man sounded like the president may not even know. He told the president to cleanse his cabinet. That there are psychophants who are not giving him the true details of what is going on in the country. That he needs to look inwards.
Esther, let me tell you. Do you see? Oh my God! My people perish for lack of knowledge. Esther, did you see the reaction of the federal government of Nigeria when the U.S. Congress reacted about the genocide? Did you see their reaction?
Yeah.
They had to send delegates to that body.
Yeah, they've already put a committee together, send delegates to go there.
Yes, they're on their way, they are preparing. Now, Esther, listen very well, and every other person that is from Igbo extraction. Like I've always advocated, imagine if we have been packaging the thing that is going on in the Southeast, from Nnamdi Kanu to the mass killings. It's just a few things that we sent to Amnesty International. You saw how they reacted. Even when the federal government was trying to debunk it, they said, no, we stand by our facts. Is that not true?
But if they do that, they will say they are trying to demarcate Nigeria.
No, look, I said hardcore facts. Are you getting what I'm saying? Package it. The facts are there. You don't need to look for it. The facts are there. Like this court judgment that they are, doing anyhow. Package it. Send it to international community all over. U.S. government. Look at what they are doing to this man, because he's an Igbo man. But look at what they are doing with terrorists. Esther, you think this will not make an impact? You think somebody will not ask this government, what are you doing?
The man said that way back in 2015 that Renault called it a Christian genocide. Yes, he said that from prophet to genocide propaganda. He slipped on the matters he once mourned. In 2017, Renault spoke like a man of conscience. He exposed Fulani extremists. He warned of the bloodshed. He called it what it was, genocide, and he begged the world to act. But now in 2025, he denies the very truth he once shouted.
This is the more reason why you should not allow your enemy to rubbish you. I've been saying it that these opposition are not active. This is a campaign issue. Package it. Take it to those places that the APC took their own to when they were in opposition. APC, even when Jonathan cough, they will call John Kerry. Come on. This man is coughing too much. Maybe he has TB. Is that what you want for a president? And that one will roll down to Lagos and tell Jonathan, come, I want to see you. This is what they were doing, harassing the man. Now, opposition are there, they can't talk. Even with the hard facts that she's supposed to use to. The Igbo leaders within and outside Nigeria package this in, send it to the U.S. Congress on what they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu. The facts are there. The way they are handling this case now, it is becoming very, very suspicious. From what the lawyer said and all that, these are things you're supposed to let the international community know, because they are the ones who will rattle this government. I'm not joking. They are the ones. Remember, I told you here the other time that the UN have written 3 letters to the government of Nigeria concerning Nnamdi Kanu. Bring it up now. After all, Nnamdi Kanu is a friend of Donald Trump. He attended his campaign trail the other time. He was his guest. Bring this into the fore. The same way some people brought this genocide issue to the attention of the U.S. government. The killings in the Southeast, bring it to the fore, because if you are telling me, or if you are asking where are the predominant region where you have Christians, is it not the Southeast? These other places, you can see a mixture of the Muslims and the Christians. But in the Southeast, majorly, they are Christians.
But Paris, the situation is that right now insecurity is not necessarily being attached to any religious group. You heard today that they went to a mosque and killed.
Esther, listen very well.
I'm listening to you. Paris, I'm just trying to say.
Hold on, I'm coming. Before you go further, listen very well. You know, there is this thing they call collateral damage.
Yes, sir.
When you are looking for a target, you know your target. But along the line, you will do certain things that will now divert the attention of the people from what you want to do. That is what they have always done, Esther. When they go to Benue and Plateau, they will kill 200, they will kill 150, they kill 70. Immediately the opera will go up, they will now run to Zamfara or Katsina, burn 1 mosque, kidnap 2 people, maybe kill 2 or 3 people. And then the narrative will go to the press. You see, they are killing even their Muslim brothers. How many did they kill? Esther, how many did they kill? Who are the people that are bearing the brunt in the north? Can you tell me? Have I not said it here the other time? Let us begin to check the number. Who are the people that are mainly being killed? And who are the people killing them? It is when you know this that you know where the thing is heavy. You know where it is heavy. Okay, in these other major Muslim states in the north, tell me where they have occupied most of the states, like they did in Benue and Plateau. I mean, communities, rename it, and they are staying there by force. You can see. You know, they are deceiving Nigerians. The same thing they did.
Yes, Lord Doctor, welcome. Yes, it is.
Tactically,
welcome. I've been using it for a while, for a little while now.
In the whole of the north, there is no one Hausa man that is an emir, Esther. Have you asked yourself? Before 1804, who were the people in the north? Was it not the Hausas? How come today they have no place, nothing? They don't have a say in the north.
Exactly.
How come?
How come?
You have not asked yourself. So you think when they now do it here, they will now love you, Abi? No, they will now love you and say, okay, you people should now. No. It's an agenda. This killing, it is well planned. Forget about all this collateral damage that happened here and there. No, that's not the real issue. That is not the real issue, Esther. There is a target. If not, initially they told you that the Fulani herdsmen are looking for where to graze their cow. that the Sahel region is drying up, this and that. Is that not what they told us?
Yep.
That was when Niger State said, come, whatever land, everything, we will provide it for you. Kano State, you call them, they refuse. Kogi is the size of the entire Southeast. They call them, say, come, which land do you need? Come, we'll give you. After all, there is no desert encroachment and all that. Esther, they turned it down. True or false? Buhari wanted to create all this ranching and whatever. They turned it down. Tinubu even created a ministry. What happened to that ministry now? I'm sure the minister is just there in office doing nothing.
Yep.
There is no need for creating that office. It's just a useless venture. Because the people you want to give it to, they are not interested. Esther, can't you see it?
They are not.
How come all these things that we have done to placate them, they refused and rejected it? But rather, they'll be going around the whole country, taking people's farm by force, taking villages, renaming it, killing them. And you are telling me it is for grazing. Is that not the initial blackmail and propaganda? Now you can see it. So the whole land in the north cannot accommodate them to do their business, Abi. Except that they come to take this one that is a dot in a circle, according to the Oga who brought them. Except they take it. That's when they will not do their business, Abi. How many times have they loaded people from nowhere and dumped them in Imo State? Say they came for hunting. Esther hunting. You can imagine. So these things, except the people concerned. In fact, I am very disappointed in the people down here. That's why I keep telling some of my people here, look, you have to come together. This thing that this is not, look at how the northern leaders are just pretending as if they are not, pretending out of deceit. Yep. But rather they want political power. Yeah. But the insecurity, they don't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Pretending that as if those things does not matter, the killing doesn't matter, because they know people that are being killed.
Yep.
They know.
President, I would like us to actually open the phone lines earlier on today, because quite a lot of number of persons like to give their thoughts and share their opinions and give their reactions to issues, including WhatsApp messages. So very briefly, the former People's Democratic Party stalwart and publisher of Aviation magazine, Dele Momodu, is urging opposition parties to unite and deploy what he described as the ethnic and religious card. That's what he's saying. He said they should unite and deploy what he described as the ethnic and religious cards if they intend to challenge President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election. This statement he made on Wednesday via his X handle. He said the latest wave of defections by PDP governors, including the INEC state governor and Bayelsa state governor, had further strengthened the grip of the All Progressives Congress, and that APC now dominates both the executive and legislative arms, pushing Nigeria dangerously close to becoming a one-party state. So he said despite the defections, he's insisting that the opposition still has a narrow chance, but only through a strategic alliance. According to him, that alliance is very possible if only by dismissing the possibility of any southern candidate defeating Tinubu if they run independently. I do not see any southern candidate giving Tinubu any tough challenge. Not former President Jonathan, not former Governor Peter Obi. If they run looking more like independent candidates, they will fail spectacularly. He therefore called for a coalition similar to the one that birthed the APC in 2015, proposing a northern Muslim presidential candidate with a southern Christian running mate as a most viable ticket. Nigerians believe that Dele Momodu is positing Atiku Abubakar and, wanting Peter Obi, who is a Christian Southern candidate, to be the vice. Either Peter Obi or Rotimi Amechi, but obviously Peter Obi. Now, if you recall yesterday, the former Ekiti State Governor was on one of the television programs when he said that there is no opposition against Tinubu, that the only opposition right now is Peter Obi. He didn't mention any political party, but others believe that it was just a ploy to supposedly rouse the ignorance of some of the supporters of Peter Obi by possibly strengthening the call for Peter Obi to run independently, which would definitely benefit President Tinubu for 2027. What's your take on that?
Esther, I have to be... It's just that Atiku's name has been mentioned here. If not, I don't want to go into this because if you give
Dele Momodu did not mention Atiku. But Lady Momodu did not mention Atiku. It's a reaction of Nigerians to this inclination
when
now.
He said a northern candidate with that of a southern. Who is that prominent northerner that is eyeing the presidential seat? Is it not Atiku? No other person now. And from the beginning, without even waiting for anybody, I have been on this particular matter. But unfortunately, people didn't see it that way. So I stayed away.
But that's
the truth.
They ran together in 2019.
The things have changed now for them. That's what I'm telling you, Esther. You know, when you are planning against your opponent, look at the parameter, look at the environment, look at everything. What happened yesterday, can it happen today? The only thing that is constant is change. If the political situation have changed, especially with the person in office who don't believe in due process and all that, are you not supposed to be thinking ahead? Like I have always told you, there's a particular dog they use for hunting. Those dogs are properly trained for hunting expedition. That's the truth. The dog is trained by the owner for hunting, and that's what they specialize on. So if you are going for hunting and you didn't use that dog, will you get any game? You won't. That's the truth, you won't. So when I was talking, these are my arguments, which I believe would have made an impact. By now, things would have strengthened up. By now, things would have stabilized, because all this talk that if somebody declare now, they will be hunting him. So if you declare in 2027, they will not be hunting you, Abi. No, look at it. If you not declare in maybe January 2027, the people that are looking and waiting for you, they will now clap for you and say, okay, you are welcome, Abi. Look, the best time to do anything is the time you're supposed to do it. That's the truth. The best time to do anything is the time you're supposed to do it.
So what are you saying, that Peter Obi has taken too much time?
Did I mention somebody's name?
Okay, fine. Okay, in other words, I need clarity.
Hey, don't worry.
I should not worry. I did Lagos, I no go worry.
No, those people out there, they will cross their teeth and put their eyes. So that they will now understand. Because if you live, look, nature abhors a vacuum. Whenever there is a vacuum, nature must find a way to occupy it, true or false. At least that one is clear to you. Is that not true? When you leave a vacuum, somebody must take it. How come they are calling Jonathan all of a sudden? What happened? If not that there is an opening somewhere and somebody wants Jonathan to come and occupy it, is that not what happened?
Do you think?
But if people are taking positions, strong position, like some people are taking in APC, who are you? Okay. Even if you have two heads, can you tell anybody in APC that you want to challenge Tinubu? Can you do that? Because from day one, he has taken position.
All right.
He has taken strong position.
Okay, let's get a reaction of Nigerians. I would have loved to ask you more questions, but maybe in between we'll talk about it. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3.
Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. I don't know. What do you guys... I guess we'll talk about it later on in the evening. What do you guys think about what Barrister Darlington said? What are your thoughts about it? Do you agree with him? Because I know he has been standing on this northern candidate for a while. Since the beginning of the whole thing. He seems to feel like, having a northern candidate. And with everything that's playing out, I don't even know. To be honest, I don't have any thoughts about it right now. I still see Peter Obi as the most transformational and visionary leader. But does he have everything that he needs to have to face a person like Tinubu? That is my big question mark. That is it. That's the question I have. Does he have it? And with the way Nigerian politics is divided, right? It's unfortunate. You guys from the south, you guys are just backing. Una not get any hold, nothing. They're not even rate una at all. Una not nothing to rate una with. You people are just there. Una get all the resources, but una not get the power. You people are just there. Just only tomatoes now na get. Now only northerners now they go talk am, do am. You understand? They're ready to buy for what they believe. Sat ready. No. na to dey speak English from now till tomorrow. So I don't know. Right now, wetin go deliver Nigeria na important to me pass. If, and I agree with, my own be say, I agree with Barrister Darlington where he says all of them need to come together. They need to come together. This one of independent candidate, let me go and run on my own. Omo, e no go work. Tinubu no be Jonathan, like they said. It will not work. I'm sorry. It's not going to work. What is going to work against Tinubu is unity. Unity of everyone, good, bad, ugly, to wrestle power away from him. Nothing else is going to work, unfortunately. If it was during the time of Jonathan that what's his name, Peter Obi was coming out, we would get more confidence. We go say, okay, at least he believes in the rule of law. This one not send. This one don't release all the criminals when they go up and fight for election 2027. The reason why he's not taking care of the terrorism right now is because he needs some of those people to use them during the election. If you not know no more, no, he need them. Okay, so I don't know. I think that this is something that we should all take home and go and think about. To be honest, how do we save Nigeria? You understand? And it's true. I'm beginning to feel like the opposition needs to stand. This guy is already pushing for elections to take place in 2026. You think he's not going to be able to? Do you think he's not going to do it? With the way Nigerians are, he will do it. Nothing will happen. How much more are we going to? How long are we going to fold our hands and continue to allow this to just pass? They don't really they push narrative. And meanwhile, they are pushing bills up and down. I haven't even gotten to that point. There are bills that they are pushing currently in the National Assembly that you guys are not even aware of. It's not getting the kind of attention it should be getting because we're so inundated with all kinds of things in Nigeria, in the Nigerian social media space. So I think we need to get serious. I don't know. I would really like to hear from you guys. Hopefully I'm able to come out later on in the day so we can really, really talk about it. Do you understand? We need to. I wish the only message I will send to all these people that are talking about coming together and all of that is they should all align behind Peter Obi. I don't know why that is so difficult. This is the man that will win your ticket for you, hands down. Take a cue from what happened in PDP. PDP did not zone it to the God. What is happening to PDP now is an extinct party. Not is a shadow of itself right now. That they use and say they do kalo now. You understand? Align with PO. PO is not even a wicked kind of person. You know they desperate. Anyhow, now won't do him. If I not give him, he not satisfy, go suffer doing you. But is that what we want? I don't know. All these people when they always push you, they want to push. All the people when they get fire, may they align behind Peter Obi. Atiku should align. Erufai I see is already aligning with Peter Obi. At least I see that one. You understand? Hate him, love him. Do you understand? But we need to, even if we want to quarrel with each other, don't we need a working country so that we can continue to quarrel with each other? Don't we? Hey, Lozo daughter Anna. Sorry, I don't even see comments. Make I read. Nature only abhors a vacuum within the Earth's atmosphere. Beyond that, a vacuum is a matter as well. Michael, you don't carry me. You're on another level. We get Akpako governor for South. Leave us alone. Akpako Miza. Oh my goodness. Ovie, welcome. How you dey? Okay, you are standing on Okpewolo 22. Okay, make sure you wear your cap, Ovie. Go and get your death cap, your cult cap. Make una dey wear. There's no opposition going in 2026. If I lie, tell me. If I lie, Tell me what opposition are doing differently or doing at all. Well, you have a point there, Ovie. I can't argue with you that we are not seeing anything. Atiku is the main troublemaker. I don't know why Atiku cannot just, for the love of country, at least make it they see country, they travel from Dubai come. Atiku, I hear Atiku was in APC. They had to push him out of APC because of the demonic ambition that he has. I don't want to insult him, Sha. May I take that back? But I mean, come on. When are they going to do it for the love of the country? Do they still love what is happening? It starts with zoning to the south. Yeah, with the most viable candidate too. Not just south, because I will never support an Amechi. I'm sorry. Why won't Atiku simply partner? Exactly. Push him to the forefront as part of a united front. He will go down in history as one of the respected. We go forgive him. Say not talk for Deborah matter. Why won't... After prominent northerner leaders must be forced to expose their true support. Are you with or against PO? Simple. 2027 is been over. 2031. Okay, to you, Ovie. We will continue to the look. We go sit down and look. Now be monkey business. Okay. Tiku has hidden from corner to derail all support for a southerner. It's sad. Is it not when northerners vote for PO they can dispel the Christian genocide propaganda? Going for Tifunubu is continuing the status quo. So you think Warrior MD welcome PO can wrestle away from the man that grabs, snatch and run away with him? Now the question when all of us get be that if they align, if everybody align with PO, right? Because you can't have the same personality in every group, right? And allow those people to wrestle on his behalf, because PO does not have it to wrestle. At least we can agree on that. He does not. That's not what PO is for. PO is not for wrestling, snatching and grabbing. PO is for transformation. So two different personalities. The people that will be supporting him are the ones that should provide that platform to snatch, grab and run away. Doesn't love Nigeria, is money. Exactly. So he will take money and go back to Dubai and build. He probably has some businesses that he wants to do. And he wants to settle his children. Remember, he has greedy children too and grandchildren. When I remember all those audios when it come out during 2023. Me, I don't know. I beg. I don't know. It's quite sad that these people cannot come together. Well, we'll continue to observe and look. If a solid group is built around people, he will get exactly. That's what they need to focus on. He's the candidate to beat. Everybody can see that. He's the candidate, and I wish that the opposition will sort this out on time. Don't wait too long. Don't wait too long. They need to do it now, so that they can be going and be talking with their full chest when they go to national TV. But hey. Anyway, guys, let me wrap it up for now. If I fit, I'll come back later so we can share our thoughts more on this. I know a lot more is going to happen and other information is going to filter through. But until then, have a wonderful rest of the day. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.